someone who thought she wasn't cut out for motherhood. You're natural.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Sheridan.
I don't care. None of it matters as long as I know that you love me.
I do, Teresa. I do love you.
How could you do it, Ethan? How could you break my heart?
But how could he, Mother? How can he break my heart?
I know.
I even told him, said, take all the time you need to make sure you're ready to marry me, and he swore that he was.
I know, darling.
Then all of a sudden tonight, he decides he can't go through with the wedding and he calls it off because he's in love with Teresa?
The housekeeper's daughter.
I would have trusted her with my life. I thought she and Ethan were just friends.
That's just what that conniving little witch wanted you to believe, but believe me, she is not going to get away with this.
No, but Mother, there's nothing you can do. I mean, God, if Ethan loves her...
The hell with that! I promise you, Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald is going to wish she married Ethan Crane.
Might as well answer it, Julian. Alistair's not going to stop until he reaches you.
What am I going to say to him?
Well, it's not as if you have much of a choice. He's going to find out the wedding is off the minute his plane reaches Harmony. It's better he hears it from you than one of his other lackeys.
I wouldn't feel quite so self-righteous if I were you. Father's going to blame both of us for this debacle. And believe you me, he won't rest until he makes us both pay in full. So you get ready to say goodbye to your deepest, darkest secrets, because whatever they are, Father will figure them out, and that's what he'll use against you.
Bad news, Father.
I'm just getting Ethan's papers together, Mrs. Crane.
What are you talking about, Pilar? What papers about me?
What are you doing here, Ethan?
No, you first, Pilar. And what do you have that concerns me?
You misunderstood.
No, I don't think so. What are you hiding behind your back?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Look, I'm being straight with you, Sheridan. I don't know why you think...
I didn't think. I know, and now I know that they're true.
What are you talking about?
You know, I thought that after you'd been presented with the evidence, you would at least be man enough to own up to it. But no, that's not the case. Now I know what kind of man you really are. A liar.
Hell I am. Sheridan, we're finally starting to get somewhere. How could you ever think that I said those things?
False alarm. They're not boarding our flight after all.
But they just announced it.
It's a last-minute problem, I guess. Don't look so upset. What is the difference if you leave Harmony 10 minutes later than scheduled?
I just can't wait to get as far away from here as I can.
Have you given any more thought to getting revenge on this guy who did you wrong?
It's tempting, but I just don't know if I can go through with it. What did they say? Why the flight's been held up?
Excuse me. We are supposed to be on flight 101, but our departure's been delayed. Now, there's nothing wrong with the plane, is there?
Not at all. I'm not supposed to say anything about this, but no one's allowed to take off until some bigwig VIP gets his private jet on the ground. Apparently, he's some kind of control freak.
Must be nice. Who is it?
Beats me, it's all very hush-hush.
Oh, must be the hotshot security. You don't think it's the president, do you?
Oh no, somebody way more important than that.
Excuse me, do you have any idea how long we're going to be?
I'm sure we'll be able to leave as soon as the private jet lands.
Now, don't you worry. You are going to be up, and away from that bastard who broke your heart before you even know it. Come on. Excuse me.
Just out of curiosity, Jim, who is this VIP wreaking havoc with our schedule today?
Only one of the most powerful men in the world, Alistair Crane.
All the runways have been cleared, Mr. Crane. We'll be touching down momentarily.
Thank you, Heather.
If you don't mind my asking, how long will we be in Harmony?
That all depends. My idiot son relayed some rather, distressing news about Ethan's wedding.
It hasn't been canceled.
For the moment, apparently so. My grandson is headstrong, very much like me in some respects. Let's just hope he sees the error of his decision in time. Otherwise, he stands to lose a lot more than he knows.
You know, I know what they are. It's for the memory book that my mother wanted you to put together for Gwen and me. Not that it matters anymore since there isn't going to be a wedding.
But I thought your family had convinced you to marry Gwen after all.
Absolutely not. And that's why I'm here. And I was afraid that Teresa might have the same impression you did. I'm here to tell her that nothing's changed. The wedding is still off. Where is she?
Well, actually, she's gone to bed.
I kept trying to call her at the party. I mean, I had no idea that she'd been there till after she left. Did she say anything to you about it?
Well, she was rather upset, Ethan.
No wonder. After being subjected to that poem I wrote to Gwen last year. Not to mention all the other trash that someone told her about the way I treat women. I hate to think what's going through Teresa's head right now.
Well, thanks to Rebecca Hotchkiss, she believes you're going to marry Gwen tomorrow after all.
Damn that woman.
Could not have said it better myself.
I'm so sorry, darling. I would do anything to spare you this pain.
It's not your fault, Mother. You tried to warn me about Teresa, but I just wouldn't hear any of it. I just couldn't believe that she would stab me in the back like this. You know, I even thanked her for helping Ethan realize he wanted to marry me. And boy, they must have gotten a real laugh when I sent her off to Bermuda with Ethan to check out the honeymoon resort. And then I asked her to be my maid of honor. No, Mother, she's not going to get away with this. I'm going to make sure that Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald feels the same pain that I'm feeling right now.
Yes, you mark my words. Whatever you've been hiding is about to be dug up and dusted off for the whole world to see.
If you'll excuse me, Julian, I have some things to attend to.
Not now. Father's about to descend on us like an avenging angel. I think not. You'll stay here with me.
It's important, Julian.
More important than figuring out how we're going to get Ethan to reverse his decision and marry Gwen?
Let go of me.
Oh, my, you really are afraid that Father will unearth your secret. Might as well tell me what it is. It's soon to be outed anyway. What have you been hiding from me, dear?
Was it only just a little while ago that Ethan and I were toasting our future with champagne? But how could I not know that he was faking every word, every look, every kiss?
Look, you can't blame him. He's just a man. Now, the responsibility for this just sits squarely on that little strumpet's shoulders.
What am I gonna tell people? How am I gonna be able to face the girls once they find out Ethan called off the wedding because of Teresa?
When they're your friends, they'll understand. And if need be, I'll talk to all the other guests.
Sure, they'll be polite and they'll make all the right sounds. But I know what they're gonna be saying about me behind my back. Hey, did you hear Ethan Crane jilted Gwen Hotchkiss for the housekeeper's daughter? I mean, I could maybe handle it if he'd left me for a movie star or European royalty. But to leave me for the family housekeeper's daughter, I mean, how could he do that to me?
Gwen, look. You gotta get a hold of yourself, all right? Don't let Ethan's parents see you this way.
You're right. I need to get out of here.
I'll come with you.
No, Mother, I really want to be alone.
It's not over yet. I promise you. You will be Mrs. Ethan Crane.
I said let go of me, Julia.
Not until you tell me what could be more important than getting Teresa out of the picture and Ethan and Gwen back together again before Father arrives.
You don't need me for that, Julian. You and your father are masters at decimating relationships. Perhaps you should just hire a Teresa imposter, like you hired the Louise imposter, to lie to Sheridan about using her, thus ruining any chance of happiness she may have ever had with Louise.
Could be onto something.
And if I were you, I wouldn't be so smug about my secrets when the nasty ones that you and your father have hatched are bound to come out someday.
Cranes have used and abused my family for years. Now I finally got a chance to use one of them. A spoiled princess. Sheridan.
How can I be so drawn to a man who won't even admit to what he said about me? I can't be with another man I don't trust. I just can't.
Better write Whitney an email. Tell her I'm sorry for leaving. I'm sorry, Mama. I hope you understand why I had to leave.
So I guess that you're leaving more behind than just that loser of a guy.
My family.
You sure you thought this trip all the way through?
No. No, but I can't stay in Harmony. That's the one thing I know for sure.
Your family doesn't know that you're leaving, do they?
No. I left my mother a note. She'll find it when she wakes up in the morning.
And you'll be halfway around the world by then.
I just hated that Teresa went to bed thinking that I'm still going to marry Gwen.
You can speak with her first thing in the morning, Ethan.
Is that the real reason you don't want to wake her up? Or are you still hoping that I'll change my mind? I know you're in the same camp as my family, thinking that I should marry Gwen.
Oh, yes, it's true. Until recently, I thought that would be best. Certainly would make your life easier in the long run. But I'm the last person to tell you not to follow your heart. In fact, I think it's a very courageous thing to go against your family's wishes because you think it's the right thing to do. Though I'm not surprised, considering who your
My father? Well, since when did you respect him and his values?
Julian is a very complicated man.
I'm surprised that you feel that way, Pilar. You please let me wake up Teresa. I only need 5 minutes to tell her that I'm calling off the wedding and then I love her.
All right. Perhaps she'll rest easier once she knows the truth. I'll go get her. She's not in her bed. She's gone.
Pat said that I should trust Louise. I would give anything to believe her. But I know what I saw and I know what I heard. So why is it breaking my heart not to be with him? Maybe some tea will help me sleep.
That's him, isn't it?
I wish I had a camera. My wife's never gonna believe I got a glimpse of Alistair Crane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be, my dear. I wasn't paying attention to where I'm. You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
You're crying.
No, I'm not. Excuse me, I have to catch a flight.
Is there something I can do? There's nothing worse than a beautiful young woman in distress.
Thank you, sir, but no.
Was it a young man, perhaps?
Really, I'd rather not talk about it.
Of course, I'm a stranger. But I do understand. Affairs of the heart can be very disappointing.
I thought he loved me. I thought we'd get married someday.
Trust a fellow who's been around quite a bit longer than you have. There are many other young men who will love you better than the young cad who's broken your heart.
Thank you, sir. I will try to remember that.
Do. And good luck to you, my dear.
The car's waiting outside, Mr. Crane.
Time to learn whether my grandson has come to his senses and decided to go through with the merger tomorrow.
You mean the wedding, Mr. Crane?
Merger, wedding, merger, it's all the same thing. The future of Crane Industries depends upon Ethan's marriage to Gwen Hotchkiss. If need be, I'll hold a shotgun to my grandson's head to make sure this wedding takes place tomorrow.
She is not in the house or the backyard.
But it's so late. Maybe she went to the mansion.
No, not the way she felt about you when she went to bed. Oh, my God, where could she be?
Well, what about Whitney's?
She left a note.
Thank God.
I wouldn't be so sure. Dear Mom, I'm so sorry. I have to do this, but I have no choice. I have to leave Harmony for a while. I know this will be hard for you, but I don't want anyone to look for me. Especially Ethan.
I don't understand. I mean, where could she go? I mean, where could she get the money to go somewhere?
Rebecca Hotchkiss.
What are you talking about?
She told me Rebecca Hotchkiss offered her a ticket, an airline ticket, anywhere in the world. And she advised her to use it so she would not have to witness your marriage to Gwen tomorrow.
No, I swear, I could wring that woman's neck with my bare hands.
That's not going to get my daughter back.
Well, maybe I can catch her at the airport. I'll go.
Where's dear Gwen?
Well, my daughter is quite distraught, as you might imagine.
I don't see Ivy.
Believe it or not, she felt she had more pressing matters to attend to.
What could be more pressing than seeing that Ethan and Gwen are married?
That's exactly what I said. But apparently my wife has other priorities. Thank God you understand, Rebecca. You know, I've always felt that we thought alike.
It's a shame you didn't marry me instead of Ivy.
Don't think I haven't wished I had almost every day of my life. Not that I had any choice in the matter. Father chose Ivy for me.
Yeah. Makes sense. She was the governor's daughter.
Yes. Alistair felt that her father's political connections were extremely valuable to Crane Industries at the time.
Business is business.
You see, that's what I mean. We both understand that certain things must be the way they are no matter what. Believe it, Ivy is still resistant to the notion that the best marriages are arranged for the mutual financial benefit of those concerned.
Isn't she a little old to believe in romance?
So you would think. She's not like us. In fact, I feel more estranged from her now than I have in all the years of our marriage.
Is that so?
Yes, for some time now, I have reason to believe she's keeping a secret from me.
No. Not an affair.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Her behavior tonight leads me to believe it concerns Ethan.
Really?
Yes, she gets the most peculiar, faraway look in her eye whenever his name comes up. I've asked her about it dozens of times. She won't tell me a thing.
Julian, why don't you let me help you uncover Ivy's secret?
You do that?
Of course. It might help explain why Ethan broke up with Gwen. And if that's so, Ivy will be very, very sorry.
Where are they, Pilar? Where are the papers that prove that Ethan is Sam's son?
Here they are. All of them. I just hope you've come to destroy them.
I suppose I should burn these before anyone else sees them. I'm just not sure I can. I guess I'm afraid that when these papers no longer exist, neither will any chance I have of ever being with Sam.
Surely by now you've accepted that that will never happen.
Tell me, Pilar, how do you accept the unacceptable?
Hey, what took you so long, babe?
I bumped into some man in the lounge.
Hey, is there any chance that you could use that thing to check on flights out of Sydney tomorrow? I'm afraid I'm gonna miss my connection.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
What is that?
It's my diary. Why can't I turn it off?
Let me guess. That's the guy that broke your heart. Sorry, I was just gonna get myself some tea.
That's right, I was wide awake.
You're not tired?
Too much on my mind.
Anything in particular?
It's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. I'll be out here in a minute.
No, look, don't hurry on account of me, because, something I want to get off my chest anyway.
About what?
About Ethan. I shouldn't have trashed him the way I did.
Hey, if it's how you feel.
Yeah, but it's not right, you know? He's your nephew, and I know how much you care about him, and I wouldn't take too kindly about you speaking about anyone in my family.
Fair enough.
So you accept my apology?
Yes. Thank you. You always seem to surprise me.
I just don't want us walking away from this assignment with bad feelings, you know?
Right.
Neither one of us counted on having all this contact, and just be ashamed to waste it if we walked away and didn't learn anything from each other.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. Well, God knows you surprised me more than a few times yourself. Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural with those kids?
Even if it did take a little bribery?
Yeah, well, even if. But more importantly than that, you hung tough in a very tense medical emergency. Now, I'm not even sure that Pat's baby would have made it into this world without you.
I actually just had a dream about Pat and something that she said to me.
What's that?
It's about you and me and trust. What are you doing?
I'm still your bodyguard, and your life's still at risk while that drug cartel's still intact. But you hang here. I'm gonna check out who's outside, right? Sorry, I thought someone was after Sheridan.
Gwen, are you all right? No. I need to talk to Gwen alone. Sweetie.
Sheridan, Ethan called off the wedding. God, 1 minute I was celebrating the fact that I'd be his wife in less than 24 hours. God, the next minute my whole world came crashing down. God, how could he do this to me?
I think he felt that he needed to.
You knew?
He talked to me about it.
Oh my God! Sheridan, how could you not tell me? How could you do that to me? I thought you were my friend.
Aren't you going to answer that?
I suppose. Yes, Father?
Took you long enough to pick up. I'm afraid that tells me all I need to know.
I can't very well convince Ethan to reverse his decision and marry Gwen when he's nowhere to be found.
Oh, for God's sake, don't tell me you've lost him now.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
This gets worse by the minute. You've always been a total incompetent, Julian, but this takes the bloody cake.
If you just calm down for a moment.
Calm down. Not very likely in your proximity.
Oh, so I take it you're on your way to the house?
Changed my mind. And you're lucky I have. If I were to lay eyes on you right now, I'd be arrested for manslaughter. I'm warning you, Julian, fix this mess, or you'll wish I had killed you. Tell the driver to head back to the airport. Then notify the tower that we need immediate clearance for takeoff.
We only just got here.
I said now, Heather.
I gather your father's not pleased.
That would be a monumental understatement.
Then we'll have to get this wedding back on track. I just wish we knew where Ethan was.
Well, no doubt he's looking for Teresa.
I hope to God she took me up on my offer to leave the country. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I'll call the airport and check. I also want to make sure they took a name off the computer passenger manifest like I told them to.
Ah, yes, we can't afford the possibility that he could actually track her down there.
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone who's either just taken a flight out or is about to.
That shouldn't be too hard. Your party's destination?
I don't know.
Well, that'll make things a bit difficult.
Yes, but don't you have a master passenger list of everyone taking off today?
There is, but I can't show it to you. It's confidential.
Well, this is an emergency.
As in life or death.
As in, I love this woman. If she leaves, I may lose her forever.
It's against the rules. But I'm a sucker for true romance. What's her name?
Lopez Fitzgerald. First name Teresa. Look under both.
It'll take a few seconds for it to come up.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's just that everywhere I look, everywhere I turn, there are reminders.
Well, it's like I said before. The only way to exorcise a rat like that is to pay him back. Now look, I can tell that you're a nice girl, and it's hard to play dirty. But think about what he did to you. The louse deserves whatever he gets. You said that you had the perfect means to get revenge.
I do. I have these documents on him in my computer. But if people saw them, it's so extreme.
And what he did to you wasn't? You use him, honey. Just a few clicks, I promise you that you are going to feel a hell of a lot better. You just show that guy that he cannot use you and throw you away.
Get rid of all the now before it is too late.
And then what, Pilar? Forget that Ethan is the son of the man that I loved, that I still love?
Yes. If these papers fell into the wrong hands.
They won't. They can't. Not if you safeguard them for me. There's no reason to fear that... I remember when I wrote this letter to Sam, telling him that Ethan was his son.
You never sent it?
No. No one's ever read it. No one ever will.
What are you afraid of, honey? Email that sucker to whoever can hurt him with it the most. You show that guy that he is messing with the wrong girl.
I can't believe you knew about Teresa.
Well,
For how long? Sheridan, how could you let me make such a fool of myself? I mean, did the whole world know but me?
No, of course not.
Why didn't you say something when Ethan first told you?
Because I was hoping that Ethan would change his mind. I didn't want to say anything in case he did.
No, I remember earlier when you almost slipped. You said something about the wedding being canceled. And when I asked you, you made me believe it was the orchestra.
I didn't know what to say. Look, I don't blame you for being upset.
God, I don't know what to feel. I mean, part of me just wants to crawl into a hole and die. But most of all, I want to kill Teresa with my bare hands. I trusted her, Sheridan, and she stole Ethan right out from under my nose. And then I asked her to be my maid of honor. I bet she got a real laugh out of that one.
Oh, Gwen, I doubt it.
No, I don't. Not for a second. Tomorrow should have been the happiest day of my life. But now I would give anything not to have to wake up in the morning because of Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald.
Why are you two talking about my sister?
What if Julian, or even worse, Alistair, were to show up here and find these papers? You and Ethan would lose everything.
All right.
You're making the right decision.
Julian warned me that Alistair would leave no stone unturned in any of our lives because of this canceled wedding. I can't risk anyone finding out that Ethan isn't Julian's son. These
is Sam Bennett's son, not Julian's. If I were to reveal this information, it would change Ethan's life forever.
So is the information you have on your ex true?
Yes, it's true. In fact, it's earth-shattering.
Well, he shattered your life, didn't he? You go for it, honey. Let's just see if Romeo can take the truth as well as he can dish it out.
I'm sorry, miss. You'll have to stow your laptop under your seat for takeoff.
I just need to send something very quickly.
I'm afraid it'll have to wait. FAA regulations.
That's okay. You can do it later.
Maybe.
You're not gonna do it, are you?
I'm just not sure I can.
You're a better person than I am.
I wouldn't say that. I just know that no matter what Ethan's done to me, I can't hurt him like that.
Done. Ms. Lopez Fitzgerald is on a flight out of the country as we speak.
Hallelujah.
Even better, in a moment or two, there'll be no record of Teresa having been anywhere near the Harmony Airport.
Excuse me. Could you check the computer now? The name could be there.
1 second, sir.
Yes, it's Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald.
You said Lopez Fitzgerald.
Yes, that's right.
I'm sorry, there's no one here under that name.
Well, it's got to be there.
Look for yourself. She hasn't taken a flight out of here today, nor is she scheduled to.
Thank you. Where are you, Teresa?
Goodbye, Ethan. Forever.